Hey, welcome to my channel 3John2. I'm really excited to begin my broadcast today. Today is the first episode in the very first series, and today I'll be talking about forgiveness, learning to forgive. Why is forgiveness so important? It's because it helps our soul to be healthy. 3John2, which is our channel, talks about the prosperity of the soul. And when our soul prospers, then our bodies become healthy and also our wealth increases according to 3 John 2. So one struggle that I am aware of is that we all have issues that we need to deal with relationally, especially with other people. There are times where we have been hurt or offended by people, and we need to know how to manage our own emotions and our attitudes towards those who have hurt us. So I thought that my first series should be about learning to forgive. So this is episode 1 of Learning to Forgive, and welcome you all. Before we go deeper into the subject of forgiveness, which I intend to cover probably maybe 6-7 episodes, let's see how long we need to go with the subject. I don't want to take too much time. So today we are going to talk about what forgiveness is. What is forgiveness? According to one source, it says forgiveness is an act of letting go of resentment, anger, or desire for revenge towards someone who has wronged you. It can be a mental or emotional process and can also involve taking actions to reconcile or make amends. It is often considered a positive trait or virtue and is associated with concepts such as compassion, empathy, and understanding. Now, if that is what forgiveness is, then what we can expect as an outcome of forgiving someone is that resentment, anger, the desire for revenge, the desire to hurt someone who has wronged you, those desires should go away, right? Then once we have forgiven correctly and properly, then our feelings towards that person should no longer be negative. It should be either be at zero or at positive. So if there's a graph like this, this is the horizontal line. Say this is where zero is, and below this line are all negative, and above the line are all positive. So if currently we have unforgiveness towards someone, then our emotion may be, say, -10, -20, -30, depending on how strong the feeling is and also how long we have harbored unforgiveness in our hearts. So towards different people, we may have different levels of negative emotion. So once we have forgiven that person, we expect that however negative our emotion is at this point, it should go up to at least zero. That means we no longer feel any resentment, any hate, any bitterness towards that person. But on the other hand, we don't want just to keep it at zero. We actually want to take it above zero so that we can actually start having some positive emotions about that person. And that is what happens when reconciliation takes place. Then there's a development of relationship where you go from negative to zero and from zero to positive, and you start rebuilding the relationship. So hopefully that's where we can get to, but at least we need at this point to get rid of all the negative emotions. Everything below zero is that what we need to get rid of.